Hi everyone, if you're new to this channel, I'm Phil, and in today's video we're going to be talking about something lots of you have been asking about in the comments: how to avoid mind blanks. I'll start by exploring what mind blanks are and what we mean by them, before then seeing what techniques we can use to avoid them. I'll then finish off with some concluding points. Starting with what we mean by mind blanks, they're basically the nightmare scenario where you go into the exam hall, you open up the exam paper, and you literally just can't remember anything. Or you might be in an interview, you get asked a question and you just can't think. You feel like your mind sort of freezes and there's just nothing going on in there, apart from you begin to panic and then all you can think about is panic, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. So that's what we mean by mind blanks. And of course we all want to avoid them. So how do we do it? To figure out the solution, it's always helpful first of all to understand what the underlying cause is. And in the case of mind blanks, I think there are two main reasons that this happens. One reason is that we just haven't done the work. We haven't put in the time to do the revision or to read the material. So when we go into the exam, we can't remember anything. The good thing is that the solution to this one is really simple. You have the blank because your mind is pretty much blank. You just don't have the knowledge.
You don't say.
So you need to go away and do the revision. The bad thing though is that this is the less common type of mind blank. The second type is worse, and the one we're really talking about. It's where you've done loads of revision, read all the reading, and you still go into the exam and can't put pen to paper. This definitely feels worse, because it's not like you haven't put in the effort. If you go into the exam and you know you haven't done the work, you might feel bad in the exam, but at least you know you kind of deserve it. So what can you do? The reason this often happens is because you've gone into the exam and it's the first time you've put yourself in that scenario. And if it's the first time you're doing something, then it's no wonder you aren't performing at your best. It's like you wouldn't expect to be able to go to the World Cup, be asked to take the penalty with the whole world watching, and then score a goal. Even if the goal were wide open, you'd probably still miss.
He goes the long way round, plays that across, and Aguero!
The only reason David Beckham could bend it like Beckham is because he'd practiced and done the same shot under similar conditions countless times. Taking another athlete as an example, Michael Jordan once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." So Michael Jordan's saying the reason he was able to do well is because he tried over and over again, practiced, and eventually perfected it. He's also saying that he wasn't afraid of failure, and he kept taking the shots until he was able to get them in. Now, you probably don't want to have to take your exam 9,000 times before you finally pass, but the point is still the same. You need to practice under exam conditions. Set everything up as if you're taking that winning shot, that game-changing shot, like the paper that you'll be sitting. That means putting away all distractions. No phones, no computer, and definitely no notes. It means doing the exam exactly as you'll have to do it in the real thing. If it's going to be on a computer, do it on a computer. If you need to handwrite it, then print off the exam paper and do it handwritten. If it says that you'll need to use black ink, then practice with black ink. On that note, just a quick personal tip. Don't use a biro in the exam. Biros are too slow. They really don't allow you to flow over the page when you're writing. Use a needle tip or a gel. Preferably a needle though, since it won't smudge. Also, don't use a friction pen. In case you didn't know, often public exams are scanned over to the examiner, and friction pen's ink will disappear if it's heated up. Imagine how annoying that would be if you wrote the best paper of your life, and when the examiner saw it, there was nothing on the page. I wouldn't take that risk. Moving on from that slight tangent about pens, the first time you do a paper under exam conditions, it will be scary. Not using your notes is always a pretty terrifying experience the first time you do it. But it's like taking the stabilizers off your bike for the first time. After a while, you get used to it, you'll improve your performance, and it will become second nature. If going full exam conditions straight away leads to you getting mind blanks, then try moving in more gradually. Start maybe by just using your notes a little less. Make a rule that you can only look at them, let's say, 5 times, then reduce it to 3, before then removing them completely. Soon you'll find yourself getting better and better, and after a while you'll be a natural. So when you go into the real thing, you'll feel like you've done it 1,000 times before. You'll just go in, you'll be like David Beckham in 2001. Maybe there will be a little bit more pressure than you had in your practice, but it won't be a game changer, so you'll be able to take that winning shot at the exam. In conclusion, if you have mind blanks, don't panic. You're not stupid. You just need to practice putting yourself into that situation, and the more you do it, the better you'll get. And then the mind blanks will gradually melt away. That's all for today. If you have any other questions, or if you struggle with mind blanks, just comment below and we'll make sure to reply as soon as possible. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Second to take. The 93rd minute at Old Trafford. Beckham! Yes! He's done it! David Beckham! Fantastic! It's 2-2! And England may still be going to the World Cup automatically. It's a fantastic ending.